Welcome back to TMNtv News. I'm Kerrigan Hutton, and the date is March 28th, 2022. First, we'll take a look at some national and local news happening now. Last night, the 94th Academy Awards were held, showcasing some historical wins as well as some drama between celebrities. Ariana DeBose made history by making the first openly queer Afro-Latina to win an acting Oscar. She won this Best Supporting Actress for her role as Anita in The West Side Story. Troy Kotsur also became the first deaf man to win an acting Oscar. His Best Supporting Actor win was for his role as Frank in Coda. And speaking of the movie Coda, it took home Best Picture, making history for the first movie from a streaming service and first movie to debut at the Sundance Film to win Festival for Best Picture. However, the historic wins were not the most shocking event of the night. Actor Will Smith seemingly slapped host Chris Rock after a joke about Smith's wife's hair.
He is praying that Will Smith wins. Like, please, Lord. Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith. Okay. That was
The uncensored version of the video can be found online. And now a look at some local entertainment. Fort Hays students had the chance to show off a variety of talents last night in the first ever Residential Hall Association talent show. Our own Alicia Fireherm attended the show and has the story.
The Residence Hall Association hosted a talent show yesterday. The show consisted of 12 unique acts. There was dancing, singing, telling of horror stories, stand-up comedy, and even live video gameplay. Abigail Blau, president of RHA, emceed the event.
You know, we love having students engaged and stuff. We like having events like this where you get to show everyone what you can do, and I think it was a pretty good turnout. This is the first year RHA has done it.
Jonathan Rupe played a game called Step Mania and took first.
I'm stunned. I didn't think that me playing a silly game could win me this talent show with so many other people that I feel like are better than me.
Kiernan McCarty placed second, performing an original song, and saw the show as an opportunity to gain performance experience.
I definitely want to play music in the future and do high stakes kind of things, I guess, or just play for bigger audiences. So I figured it's a good place to start small and just keep going.
RHA thanks all the wonderful performers and appreciates everyone who attended the event. For Tiger Media Network, I'm Alicia Fireherm.
Thanks, Alicia. We have some very talented people here at Fort Hays. In other campus news, the annual Disabilities Awareness Week planned by the Fort Hays Honor Society is starting today, with activities going through Thursday the 31st. According to Hannah Wiebe, the coordinator of the week's events, the Honor Society goal is to spread awareness, increase education, and defeat stigma surrounding physical, mental, and developmental disabilities. Throughout the rest of the week, there will be several groups tabling in the Memorial Union with information on counseling and accessibility, services, and more. There will also be a mental health and developmental disabilities panel to attend. The full interview with Wiebe, as well as detailed information about the rest of the events, can be found on tigermedianetwork.com. Next Thursday, FHSU Student Engagement will host the Tunnel of Oppression. Starting at 10 and ending at 1, this event will be held to help people informed students about issues that might be happening to other students in the world. According to TigerLink, topics such as immigration, microaggressions, misogyny, and Asian hate will be covered. Attendees will be given a lunchbox if they go through the whole tunnel. The event will be held in the Black and Gold Room in the Memorial Union. For more information and coverage about the event, stay up to date with TigerMediaNetwork.com. This week's weather will include all types of weather. We can expect highs to reach up to the mid-70s with lows just at 30 degrees. Today's high is 63 degrees with southeast winds up to 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow, it'll have a little more warrant with wind gusts getting up to 45 miles per hour. Tuesday will be the warmest day with a high coming in close to 80 degrees. Wednesday, it will be mostly cloudy with a 40% chance of showers. Wind gusts will still be around 35 miles per hour. Thursday's weather brings us back to normal for a little bit with sunny weather. Friday will bring a 30% chance of snow, turning into isolated thunderstorms in the evening. Saturday contains the same type of weather as Friday, but with a 50% chance of rain. We will end the week with highs in the 60s on Sunday. And now we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, Caden Sanders with sports.
My name is Allie, and I'm a senior business major at Fort Hays. I love working for TMN. It has made me a more experienced photographer and really helped me professionally due to all the changing environments and the different opportunities. I've also been able to meet and talk to a lot of people, which has helped bring me on my show.
The average person uses around 100 gallons of water per day. With only 3% of the water on Earth being freshwater, it is important to be mindful of how much you are using. Turning off the sink while you are brushing your teeth is an easy way to conserve water. It is also important to never leave running water unattended. Replacing leaky faucets is another easy way to cut down on water usage. Also, adjusting the load size on your washing machine will ensure that water is not being wasted. Do your part to help conserve water.
Teachers today are finding new ways to instill old lessons, proving that greatness can be found in everyday places and that you don't need to be famous to be unforgettable.
Welcome back to the weekly sports wrap-up. I'm Caden Sanders. First, we start with the track team. 6 student athletes went to the Clyde Littlefield Texas Relays at the University of Texas, where Fort Hays broke 2 school records. Robbie Schmidt broke the 53-year-old 5,000-meter run by placing 9th in the event and topping 7 Division I runners. Ryan Stanley finished the day 9th place in pole vault. He also bested 7 Division I pole vaulters. Maddie Rossi broke her own school record with another provisional mark and currently has the top of the reported times across all Division II this season. Rossi also beat 25 Division I athletes on the day. On Friday, the rest of the team competed in the Emporia State Relays. The men's team finished 3rd while the women's team finished 4th at the meet. Lyra Coleman picked up her second victory in the 100-meter dash. Addie Behrens was the other winner as she stood atop of the javelin rankings. On the men's team, Grant Bentley finished 1st out of 104 competitors in the 1,500-meter run. Jacob Clark also won the pole vault event. David Enns had also a provisional mark in javelin and was good for 3rd place. Philip Landrum picked up his final provisional performance for the men's as he finished 3rd in the 100-meter dash. Next up for the track team is the Central Nebraska Challenge in Nebraska on Saturday. The men's and women's golf teams competed in the Hellcat Classic this past Monday and Tuesday. The men's team finished 5th place with Jackson Rader and Bryce Cowan placed the top 10 in the tournament. Rader finished 7th alone and Cowan tied for 8th. The women's team finished 4th with Morgan Brasser finishing 4th individually, and Kira Messel finished in 11th with a tie. The men's team is back in action in the NSIC Conference Preview Invitational in Blue Springs, Missouri today and tomorrow, while the women's team is competing in the Holiday Inn Express Women's Spring Regional Preview in St. Joseph's, Missouri. The women's tennis team had a busy past week as they competed in three matches in 4 days. The Tigers started the week with a 7-0 victory against Bethany College. On Saturday, the Tigers competed against Northwest Missouri State and lost 7-0. The Tigers had a quick turnaround as they traveled to Topeka, Kansas to take on Washburn. The Ichabods got the convincing win with winning all 7 sets. The women's tennis team is back in action on Wednesday against Nebraska Kearney here at Fort Hays State. Fort Hays Volleyball hosted a spring invitation tournament on Saturday. Schools across the region from both the NAIA, NCAA Division II, and junior college ranks competed, including Nebraska Kearney, Hutchinson Community College, Northwestern Oklahoma State, Doane College, Friends, Garden City Community College, McPherson, Colby Community College, and Kansas Wesleyan. The softball team competed in a doubleheader this past weekend in Kearney as they took on the Lopers. In the first game, the Tigers' late rally was not enough and fell 5-3. In the second edition of the Tigers and the Lopers, the Tigers lost 7-2 to the Lopers. The Tigers are back in action tomorrow for another doubleheader against Northwestern Oklahoma State and will finish the week with doubleheaders against Pitt State on Friday and Missouri Southern on Saturday. And now we finish with the baseball team. This past week, they were supposed to compete against Colorado Christian in a midweek doubleheader, but ended up being postponed. The Tigers competed in their weekend series against Pitt State. On Friday, the Gorillas blew by the Tigers as they won 14-1. On Saturday wasn't better for the Tigers as they lost 10-5 to the Gorillas. On the final day, the Tigers' late push wasn't enough as the Gorillas won 8-5. The Tigers are back in action tomorrow at Larks Park as they take on the Newman Jets for a midweek game and finish their week with another conference weekend series against Missouri Southern Lions in Joplin. Come back next week when we go over another week's worth of Tiger athletics here on the MIAA Network. After the break, Kerrigan will bring you more news.
My name is Allie, and I'm a senior business major at Fort Hays. I love working for TMN. It has made me a more experienced photographer and really helped me professionally due to all the changing environments and the different opportunities. I've also been able to meet and talk to a lot of people, which has helped bring me on my show.
This is the moment I knew his future had no boundaries.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
The average person uses around 100 gallons of water per day. With only 3% of the water on Earth being freshwater, it is important to be mindful of how much you are using. Turning off the sink while you are brushing your teeth is an easy way to conserve water. It is also important to never leave running water unattended. Replacing leaky faucets is another easy way to cut down on water usage. Also, adjusting the load size on your washing machine will ensure that water is not being wasted. Do your part to help conserve water.
Teachers today are finding new ways to instill old lessons, proving that greatness can be found in everyday places and that you don't need to be famous to be unforgettable.
Welcome back. I'm Kerrigan Hutton with TMNtv News. Last Friday, the Hays Public Library celebrated Tolkien Reading Day. TMN reporter Preston Burrows attended this event and got the chance to talk to the event creator SARA DOYLE and the event attendees.
Last Friday, I had the chance to attend Tolkien Reading Day at the Hays Public Library. This event was held in the main gallery just to the left as you enter the library. I spoke with event creator SARA DOYLE as she explained the event.
We are celebrating Tolkien Reading Day here today at the Hayes Public Library. It is all based off of J.R.R. Tolkien, who basically popularized the fantasy genre. So anything that you've read past him, including, J.K. Rowling, George R.R. Martin, anything like that, is because he started off the genre. We have a full cart full of books and DVDs about and written by J.R.R. Tolkien, plus some extras of authors that were popularized because of him, as well as a whole bunch of snacks to go with our movie. We will be showing The Fellowship of the Ring, the extended edition.
Available at the event was popcorn, cookies, pastries, and mulled cider. The idea behind the snacks connected to Tolkien's books, as they were representing how hobbits snacked throughout the day with pastries. I got a chance to speak with event attendee LARAMIE MOYER about her connection to Tolkien Day.
I grew up watching Lord of the Rings with my older sisters. My oldest sister read all of the books to me when I was probably around 7 years old. And then it was something that our whole family really got into. I think it's an immersive experience, whether you're reading the books or watching the movies. Some people find The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings controversial. However, I love both, honestly. I was super excited to see this. Actually, one of my friends pointed out that this event was going on at the public library. And this is actually one of my very first events at the public library to participate in.
The extended edition of the movie lasted for 3 hours and 20 minutes. This is Preston Burrows with Tiger Media Network.
Thanks, Preston. And next time, send me some of those pastries. Currently on display at the Sternberg Museum of Natural History is an exhibit called In Search of Earth's Secrets. TMN reporter Reagan Neufeld visited the exhibit and also got a chance to talk to the museum director, Rupe.
In Search of Earth's Secrets is a traveling, interactive, and hands-on exhibit now being displayed at the Sternberg Museum. The intent of the exhibit is to teach viewers about how the Earth has changed over time. I sat down with the museum director, Dr. Rupe, who told me a little bit about the exhibit.
This is an exhibit called Discovering Earth's Secrets, made by the International Ocean Drilling Project is sort of what it's about. And the idea is to learn about changes in Earth's past by looking at the deep sea. And what happens is there's a ship that has gone around for the last 50 years and it drills cores. And those cores have all the secrets of the Earth's history. And so this exhibit is basically ways of interacting to understand what it is that scientists are learning about Earth's history from these cores.
The hands-on activities display several things, such as microscopic organisms, how tsunamis occur, and the nature of Earth's magnetic poles. There is also a large map of the ocean floor.
So you can see all the different areas that have been drilled by this project, including right around where they found the crater that caused the extinction of the dinosaurs 66 million years ago.
Barrick also told me why understanding Earth's history is so important.
What's really important is that the Earth has changed a lot through time. And some of those changes have been cyclical. They have cycles that go back and forth. And some things have been changing in a certain direction for long periods of time. And these secrets will tell us about not just Earth's climate, but changes with the numbers of catastrophes, tsunamis, or meteorite impacts that have hit and affected the planet at different times, and how large those effects are. And understanding how everything correlates together is really important for us to understand and trying to plot our future.
In Search of Earth's Secrets will be at the Sternberg Museum until March 30th, and then it will be returning for the month of July. For Tiger Media Network, I'm Reagan Neufeld.
Thank you, Reagan. For more information about upcoming exhibits, visit sternberg.fhsu.edu. And lastly, we'll end today with the latest installment of the This or That series. TMN's Tierney McGivney stopped by the Memorial Union to find out just what students prefer, hot or cold weather.
Hi, I'm Tierney McGivney here with Tiger Media, and today we are going to be doing This or That. Do you prefer hot or cold weather? Do you guys prefer hot or cold weather?
We go with cold.
I'm gonna have to go with hot weather for sure.
Do you guys have a reason why?
You always put on more layers.
I've grown up in hot weather all my life, so I just prefer warm weather more than cold weather.
Hot or cold weather?
I'm gonna have to go with hot weather.
Do you have a reason why?
Just more things you can do outside.
Do you prefer hot or cold weather?
Hot weather for sure. Hot.
Do you have a reason why?
I hate being cold.
Me too. Do you prefer hot or cold weather?
I prefer hot because I can wear my polka dot Speedo.
Do you prefer hot or cold weather?
Hot weather so I can go swimming.
Do you prefer hot or cold weather?
I prefer cold weather.
Do you have a reason why?
I like blankets, and so having the opportunity to cuddle up under blankets with a book and fire, that's what I want.
Do you prefer hot or cold weather?
Hot.
Do you prefer hot or cold weather?
Most definitely hot weather.
Do you have a reason why?
Yeah, because when it's cold. It's cold. When it's hot, it's hot. Everybody like hot weather. You know what I'm saying? You go outside in your shorts, your little hot weather clothes, you know, pools, you know, ice cream, you know what I'm saying? All that good stuff.
Do you prefer hot or cold weather?
Hot.
Do you have a reason why?
Sun's out, guns out.
Do you prefer hot or cold weather?
Hot.
Do you have a reason why?
No, I like the sunshine. I like being warm. I don't like being cold.
Do you prefer hot or cold weather?
I prefer hot weather just because cold weather is too much for me.
Do you prefer hot or cold weather?
Hot weather. It's way better. You can wear tank tops, so it's way better.
Do you prefer hot or cold weather?
Hot weather.
Do you have a reason why?
I work more in hot weather than cold weather. Make more money.
Do you prefer hot or cold weather?
Hot weather.
Do you have a reason why?
Because when it's really cold, I don't know. I just don't fare well in the cold weather.
Thank you, Tierney. I always enjoy these videos. Well, that looks like that wraps up this week's edition of TMNtv News. To stay up to date with local, state, and national news, visit tigermedianetwork.com as well as our social media pages. Thank you for watching. I'm Kerrigan Hutton, and we'll see you next week.